I think the momentum's changed, and it's probably changed pretty quickly since the election, in actual fact. A lot of the hotel business is around corporate business travel, and I think a lot of the corporate business travel confidence has come back into the marketplace. Certainly the Sydney marketplace is as strong as ever. When I look around Australia, I see places like Perth and Brisbane have gone a little bit soft in the last 6 to 8 months. I think that will rebound now with the change as well. I think the mining industries in both states will start to pick up again, and as a result you'll start to see those two states get back to the figures they had, say, 12 to 18 months ago. Victoria just never ceases to amaze me. It seems to be a state that can absorb more and more inventory. I do believe that the airport there is a big factor in the fact that it can take on a lot more of the occupancy. It's 24/7, and a lot of the new airlines seem to make their first attempt into the Australian market via Melbourne, so it seems to work pretty well for them.
And we heard today some good news out of Fiji, and that your hotel up there on Denarau is putting up some really strong RevPAR numbers at the moment.
Look, an amazing story. You know, when you look at Fiji and you sort of see just the performance that hotel has put in the last 12 months. Fiji, in the last 12 months, has had 2 cyclones and flooding and whatnot, and through all of that, this hotel's been able to perform. You know, to do a 27% RevPAR growth is just amazing. In 1 year, and a lot of it's been not just about the way they've gone about looking at their costs, but particularly the way they've controlled their revenues, and some of their revenue management skills that they've brought to the table at that resort have really been a great example for the rest of us in Asia Pacific.
And we've got a bit of a reinvigoration of Radisson on the master Radisson brand, or Radisson Green as some like to call it. You've got a couple of Radisson hotels, Sydney and Melbourne. You've got a suites in Sydney, you've got a hotel in Melbourne. Are we expecting some very different hotels in the next 12 months?
Yeah, re-imaging, I guess, is the term, you know, that we're doing it as part of trying to give that brand a differentiation from Radisson Blu. Radisson Blu's had a lot of push over the last 2 or 3 years, and now it's time to re-establish the Radisson brand. And in my marketplace, it's critical, because as you quite rightly pointed out, I've got 2 Radissons in Australia alone. And it is about trying to find that difference and to be able to go to market, not just for the customers, but for developers and everybody else as to what that is. A lot of it is around technology. A lot of it is we're trying to implement iConcierge and iCheck-ins and things like that. So these are all going to be part of what we do as the re-imaging. And it's not just for Australia, it's a global re-imaging, which is really important. Radisson's been around a long time, and it's like anything. You, from time to time, need to take it and refresh it and put it back into the mindset of people. And to us, it'll be great to have the Radisson Blu and the Radisson brand so clearly defined.